Hey, my name's Jack Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The Bank of England has held interest rates, but there's more important information that's come out of this meeting because the world is in absolute chaos at the moment. Rates are expected to now increase when we were expecting them to go down today. And that has been a big turnaround. And all of this is caused by the troubles in the Middle East. Oil is spiking, inflation's coming back. And I've got an update on when you can expect the Bank of England to potentially increase rates. So in this video, we're going to unpack what happened in today's Bank of England meeting, what you should be doing right now if you have a mortgage. It's really important that you don't waste time now because rates with lenders are going up. So in this video, we're going to cover all of that and much, much more. But before we do jump into this, if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do subscribe to my channel over there and hit that bell notification. Join over 50,000 subscribers who get all the latest property news, house price news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much, much more. And help me get some views on this video. Your part in that is simple. All you need to do is smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that really does help the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that does that. So, crazy times indeed. Oil, if you keep an eye on it. I mean, I didn't really care about oil, but I do keep an eye on it at the moment. And it's been going up at a crazy rate. At the time of recording this, it's up 5% today. You had a huge load of bombs from Israel hitting massive gas refineries in Iran. Iran striking back, even though they've supposedly already lost the war. They're still firing missiles all over the place. And this isn't good, especially not good for the people that live in these war zones. So obviously think about those people as well. But also for financial markets, it's not good. It's not good for inflation. And it's not good for the Federal Reserve or the Bank of England, who are just sitting there thinking, what the hell do we do next? So what did the Bank of England do? Well, today they decided to hold. They decided to hold and wait and see, because the crazy thing here is they held at 3.75%. The crazy thing here is that this could all just change in a week from now, couldn't it? Like, that's the problem that we've got, because Trump is now saying that he's going to potentially take over Cuba. He's also said this week at certain times that he's just going to pull out of the Strait of Hormuz, leave Iran to itself, leave Israel to deal with it, and then expect Europe to clean it all up because we need the oil out of the Strait of Hormuz. It's bonkers that could be even something that we're considering here. So who knows what happens. Then on the flip side, there's 5,000 troops that are going across that potentially could go onto the land in Iran as well and escalate things even further. So yeah, it's a crazy time at the moment, and I don't think anyone really knows, is this going to happen or continue for a few weeks, a few months, or is this something that could be over by tomorrow? That's how crazy this whole timeline is. And so the Bank of England are looking at this and saying, we don't know either, because if this war did end in the next month, then things would change very, very quickly. Oil prices would start to go down slowly, and then potentially the inflation isn't going to be as bad as we were expecting. So the Bank of England held their meeting. There's 9 members, and all 9 members said that we should hold. They were unanimous on this. Over the last few meetings, we've even had, last time we had 5 people saying to hold, but 4 saying to cut. So we were very close to a cut unexpectedly last month, and that was based off the fact that by April, inflation was expected to drop to 2%. Now, I think inflation in the next readout that we'll see next week, I think it will drop again, because it's a lagging indicator. All the data that they're going to be talking about is stuff that happened prior to this war actually happening. What are the markets saying, though? Because the markets have now had time to digest what's happened with the Bank of England. And the markets are saying 0 cuts now this year. 0. Which isn't good, expecting, particularly when we were going to get one this month. So 0 Bank of England cuts are expected it gets worse. They're not only saying 0 cuts, they are saying a hike in rates in June. So we're now expecting, and the markets are pricing in, that because of the inflation that's going to come off the back of the surging oil prices, the gas prices that are going up, the fertilizer prices that are going up, that's going to increase the cost of food, that the Bank of England will have no choice but to increase rates in June by 0.25%. So back up to 4% that would put us. Now, what's already happened since this happens, because the lenders that you borrow from, the lenders that I borrow from, I'm talking NatWest, Santander, Landbay, whoever it is, they get their money based off the SONIA swap rate. That's a prediction of where the Bank of England are going to go with rates, and that's up. That's been going up over the last few days and last few weeks, and so the borrowing costs for lenders are now significantly higher. What that's meant is that all of the sub 4% mortgages have been pulled this week. Every single one. So there's no sub 4% mortgages anymore. The Bank of England also did talk about in their release inflation. What's the expectation with inflation? Well, it's going to be at the very least, even if this war ends quickly, back to 3% target for this year. That's where we're expecting it to go. And a possibility that it will go back up to 4%. Now, if it went back up to 4%, you might see the Bank of England increase rates again, which would be carnage. Now, I don't think personally they should increase the rates, because this is all stuff out of our control. The point of controlling the interest rates and increasing them is to stop people spending. But this time, the inflation and all the inflation that we've had over the last few years isn't because we're spending out of control. It's because supply side inflation has gone up. That's out of our control. We have no choice to buy food, petrol, and heat our properties. And so it doesn't really make sense. So what we're saying here is that, yeah, your food's going to get more expensive. Your petrol's going to get more expensive. Heating your home's going to get significantly more expensive at the end of this year. Wonderful. But we're also going to put up your borrowing costs as well. We're just going to make everything more expensive. I think they should be keeping rates low, keeping rates where they are, or cutting rates. But that's not how they think we should control inflation. And historically, increasing rates does help tame inflation. So Andrew Bailey has said, look, these are the things we've got to keep an eye on. Oil, that's going to impact the inflation. Your household energy costs, they're going to go up. The price cap will go up at a later date sometime this year. But also unemployment. Unemployment is stuck at 5.2%. Now, the forecast say it will go down to 4.1% by 2030. I've said in a video this week, I can't see that if you use AI and you really understand how useful it is. I just can't see how that's not going to cause disruption in the jobs market. It just seems impossible to me that unemployment would drop to 4.1% unless some new magical industry comes out and employs loads of people. Who knows? But yeah, it's not a good Bank of England meeting. What should you do if you need a mortgage this year? You should fix it now. You should go to a broker now and fix a rate. Get a rate locked in. That gives you your worst case scenario. Let's say you've got a rate that expires in the summer. You can get a new rate as much as 6 months in advance. Get your rate agreed. Then if rates did drop, let's just say Trump says, you know what, I'm done with Iran. Let's take all our people over here and let's go and invade Cuba. Cuba's not going to have as big an impact on the global market, and it wouldn't be a massive war like this is at the moment. And so let's just say that happens. Oil prices go down. Interest rates go back down. Before you start the new rate, you can swap onto that. So you've got options there. But get ahead of the game. Don't leave a remortgage or a refinance till the last minute. Do let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Keep your opinions polite and respectful to each other, but do have an opinion and a comment below. do make sure you like the video and subscribe. Also check out all the other content on the channel now, nearly 2,000 videos, including this video right here.